Hey everyone, and welcome to VJ's English Club. I'm so glad you're here. Get ready, because today we are on a mission, an awesome mission. Our target? We are going to master one of the most important tools in English, the simple present tense. Let's do this!
So, have you ever seen this before? She live in Jakarta versus she lives in Jakarta. What is going on with that tiny little letter S? It seems so small, but believe me, just one letter can take a sentence from wrong to perfectly right. Today we're going to learn the secret behind it. You ready?
Every great mission needs a plan, right? A blueprint. So our very first step is to learn the secret formula, the blueprint for building absolutely perfect simple present tense sentences.
Okay, so what is the simple present tense? Well, think of it like this. It's our special tool for talking about stuff that's always true, or things that happen over and over again. We use it for our habits, for general facts, and for things on a schedule. This right here is our foundation.
All right, let's check out our first blueprint. Now, when the subject of our sentence is I, you, we, or they, the formula is super simple. For a positive sentence, it's just the subject plus the main verb. For example, I play football. Easy. To make it negative, we just bring in do not, or more conversationally, don't. So, I don't play. And if you want to ask a question, just start with do. Do you play? See? Told you it was easy.
Okay, team, listen up, because this is maybe the most important part of our mission today. It is time to unlock the special power-up of the simple present tense. This is that secret we were talking about at the beginning. It's the S or ES power-up, and it's only for our very special subjects.
So who are these special agents? Let me introduce you. He, she, and it. That's them. Whenever one of these agents is the star of a positive sentence, the verb gets a special power-up, an S or an ES at the end. This is the big secret, you guys. Lock this into your memory.
This slide just shows the difference so clearly. Look at the left side. With I, we, and they, the verbs are just normal. Work, play, watch. But look over at the right. With our special agents he, she, and it, those verbs get their power-up. Works, plays, watches. That one single letter. It's the key.
So, what about making negative sentences or asking questions with these guys? Well, it's a team effort. Instead of do, we use its superpowered cousin, does. For a negative sentence, we say, she doesn't watch TV. For a question, does she watch TV? Now here's the super important part. Since does and doesn't are already carrying the power, the main verb goes back to its original form. It's doesn't watch, never doesn't watches. Okay? Now there are just 3 simple spelling rules for this power-up. They're pretty easy. For most verbs, you just add an S. So work becomes works. Now, if a verb ends in letters like SH, CH, S, X, or O, we add ES. So watch becomes watches. And finally, if a verb ends in a consonant plus a Y, we change that Y to IES. So study becomes studies. That's it!
Awesome work! We've totally got the blueprint down. Now, it's time for some field operations. Let's figure out exactly when to use all these new skills in real life. Okay, so there are 4 main situations where we use this. Number 1, habits and routines. Things you do all the time, like I eat rice every day. Number 2, general facts. These are things that are just always true. For example, the sun rises in the east. Third, we've got fixed schedules. Think about a bus or your school schedule. Our class starts at 7 a.m. And finally, number 4, permanent states, like where you live or what your job is. She lives in Bali.
All right, let me give you a super helpful tip. How can you spot when to use the simple present super easily? Well, you can look for secret clues hiding in the sentence. We call these signal words.
The first kind of clue are these frequency words. Basically, they tell us how often something happens. Words like always, usually, often, sometimes, rarely, and never. If you see one of these words, it's a huge signal that you probably need the simple present tense.
And this is just a perfect example. She usually reads a book before bed. See? The word usually is our big clue. And because our subject is she, one of our special agents, the verb read gets that S power-up. See how it all connects? It's like a puzzle.
The second set of clues are these time expressions that show a routine. So phrases like every day, every week, on Mondays, or in the morning. These also are big signals for habit or something that happens again and again. Here we go, another perfect example. The train leaves at 8 a.m. This is a fixed schedule, right? The phrase at 8 a.m. tells us this is a recurring event, so boom, we use the simple present. And since the train is like an it, our verb leave becomes leaves. It all just makes perfect sense.
Excellent work, agents. Mission complete. You've learned the blueprint, you've learned the field operations, and you've learned the secret clues for the simple present tense. So now it's time for our final debrief. Let's just quickly review the most important points.
So, here are 3 big takeaways. Number 1, use the simple present for habits, facts, and schedules. Got it. Number 2, always remember the S and ES power-up for our special agents he, she, and it. And 3, be a detective and look for those signal words like always and every day. If you can master these 3 points, you are going to be a simple present tense expert.
You know, the best way to learn anything is to actually do it. So now it is your turn. Think about it. What is one thing you do every single day? Maybe I play games, or I listen to music. I want you to say it out loud, right now, in a full English sentence. Come on, don't be shy. Just give it a try.
Hey, thank you so much for joining this mission with me at VJ's English Club. You did an awesome job today. You know, the real secret to mastering English is just practice. So keep practicing every single day, even just a little bit. I know you can do this. I'll see you next time.